This is Plant-Based Briefing, Beef Tallow, What It Is and Why You Shouldn't Be Cooking With It, by Justin Long at switchforgood.org. I'm Marian Erickson. This is the curated content plant-based podcast where I narrate articles on plant-based and vegan living with permission in about 10 minutes or less every weekday. There are so many reasons to live a vegan lifestyle. The three main ones are the animals, or living a compassionate lifestyle, health, and environment. But there are many others, and I curate a variety of articles written by experts and narrate them to you here so you can keep up to speed on the myriad of reasons to live a vegan lifestyle while you're doing other things. Think of it as your daily dose of inspiration, supporting your decision to live a compassionate lifestyle. So now let's get to today's plant-based briefing. Beef tallow, what it is and why you shouldn't be cooking with it, by Justin Long at switchforgood.org. If beef tallow had an honest ad, it might read like this: craving a taste of the 1960s when heart attacks were on vogue and high blood pressure was the norm? Then let me introduce you to beef tallow. Once a kitchen staple, tallow is staging an epic comeback fueled by nostalgia, influencer hype, and misinformation disguised as health advice. Before you jump on the tallow train, it's worth a closer look at what it's really made of. What is beef tallow? Beef tallow is pure, rendered beef fat, mostly sourced from the suet around a cow's kidneys and loins. To make it, the fat is slowly heated to separate the liquid fat from the connective tissues, then strained and cooled into a solid, shelf-stable product. Before the rise of vegetable oils, tallow was used for frying, baking, candle making, and soap. Because it comes from animals, it's extremely high in saturated fat. How beef tallow went from kitchen staple to obscurity. Tallow once dominated American kitchens and fast food chains. McDonald's famously used a beef tallow blend for its French fries. But as evidence mounted linking saturated fat to heart disease, public health guidelines changed. Consumer habits soon followed. Vegetable oils became the healthier, more sustainable choice. Over time, tallow faded into the background until its recent trendy but misleading revival. Why beef tallow is trending again. Beef tallow's resurgence is fueled by social media charlatans and high-fat, low-carb diet advocates. They market it as a natural and healthier alternative to seed oils, which they erroneously point to as the primary source of chronic health problems. However, these claims overlook decades of nutrition studies and misrepresent what science actually shows. The truth about seed oils and beef tallow. Seed oils like canola, sunflower, and soybean have been unfairly demonized in recent years, often blamed for everything from inflammation to chronic disease. While the typical Western diet tends to be heavy on omega-6s and light on omega-3s, an imbalance that can fuel inflammation over time, the oils themselves aren't the villains they're made out to be. Overdoing any fat can cause problems, but blaming seed oils for modern health issues is a major oversimplification. Meanwhile, beef tallow is about 50% saturated fat, which is known to raise LDL cholesterol and increase the risk of heart disease. Unlike plant oils, tallow lacks the potentially beneficial polyunsaturated fats that help lower inflammation and protect the heart. Healthier alternatives, what to use instead. To help you make informed choices, here's a guide to common seed oils, their best uses, and their smoke points, the temperature at which an oil begins to burn and break down, producing harmful compounds and off flavors. The higher the smoke point, the better the oil handles heat. Canola oil is best used for baking, sautéing, and frying, has a smoke point of 400 degrees Fahrenheit, 204 Celsius. Sunflower oil is good for frying and roasting, with a smoke point of 450 degrees Fahrenheit or 232 Celsius. Soybean oil is good for sautéing and salad dressings, with a smoke point of 450 or 232 Celsius. Olive oil is good for sautéing and dressings, with a smoke point of 375 degrees Fahrenheit or 191 Celsius. Avocado oil is good for high heat cooking and frying, with a smoke point of 520 degrees Fahrenheit or 271 Celsius. Sesame oil is good for stir-frying or drizzling, with a smoke point of 350 Fahrenheit or 177 Celsius, and coconut oil for baking and light sautéing, with a smoke point of 350 Fahrenheit or 177 Celsius. Want to minimize oil altogether? Try sautéing with vegetable broth or water. This method allows for flavorful cooking without relying on added fats. Other techniques like roasting with parchment paper, air frying, or dry sautéing can also reduce the need for excess oil. Make science your guide. Beef tallow's retro appeal may be strong, but the science is stronger. Decades of research support choosing unsaturated fats over saturated animal fats to protect your heart and support lasting vitality. Next time you're in the kitchen, consider healthier oils or alternative cooking methods that nourish your body without the extra risk. Looking for inspiration? Explore our collection of recipes featuring heart-healthy oils along with options for oil-free cooking, and discover how to make delicious meals with or without added fats. You just listened to Beef Tallow, What It Is and Why You Shouldn't Be Cooking With It by Justin Long at switchforgood.org. And I'm your host, Marian Erickson. I've done a number of other episodes about oil in general, oil-free cooking, seed oils, and beef tallow. Wherever you listen, you can put those terms in the search field or go to plantbasedbriefing.com episodes and use the search field there. I will link a couple of them in the show notes, though, including 1037, 8, and 9, Should We Avoid Oils for Optimal Health? 1036, Beef Tallow for Health, a Political Commercial Farce. And 1032, What's the Deal with All the Seed Oil Conspiracies? So please check those out, and please share this episode with anyone who might benefit, and thanks for listening.